First off, Merry Christmas.
Merry
Happy Christmas Eve. And to you at home and to you here, Stuart Harris.
Thanks very much, Josh.
Welcome in. Of course, you know this good friend of ours here at News Channel 11. For many years, he is the host of your weekly Constitutional. He's a professor of law at the Duncan School of Law at Lincoln Memorial University, where he has a brand new title, not connected to James Madison, but to another president,
right,
Abraham Lincoln, and a distinction at your school. Hit me with the title.
We have, I'm now the Associate Director of the Abraham Lincoln Institute for the Study of Leadership and Public Policy.
Congratulations.
The longer the title, the less important one is. But at any rate, yes.
Honoring Abe Lincoln, mentioning James Madison,
okay,
the father of the Constitution. Are we talking about them today? No. We're talking about Andrew Jackson.
Yes, but first let me say, I'm so happy that we're doing this segment again. Yeah. I've been rather concerned that they were on the verge of firing you, and apparently you're still employed.
I'm still here.
I'm so pleased. I'm so very pleased for both of us then.
I'm back. And Jackson is the topic of your next broadcast, which we'll hear today. His interest for you in the context of the Constitution.
Well, Andrew Jackson is one of the most pivotal figures in all of American history. He really is. The modern Democratic Party really sort of traces its roots back to him. He was very much a populist for his time. Many people are drawing comparisons between him and our current president. And so I had long intended to do episodes on Andrew Jackson. But finally I realized that Dan Feller over at the University of Tennessee, right down the street from me in Knoxville, is the editor of the papers of Andrew Jackson.
Wow.
And so he's sort of the perfect guest. And
for the non-academia like me, that means what? When
that
you
means
edit the papers? They
try to gather all of the relevant documents in a person's life, from personal correspondence to official proclamations, everything. And then they put it in one place, and then they analyze it, and then they decide which are important enough to publish, and then they'll publish a series of volumes with commentary and contextual comment by people like the editor, Dan Feller. And so it's very, very important, decades-long process, and he's in charge of it.
History has a way of shifting in its view of presidents, it seems to me. And they can go from good to bad or the opposite direction. Growing up in Tennessee, I always heard about Jackson. I didn't always see him as among the greats of the U.S.
Well, he certainly is
changing.
You're right. Our view of history, it tells us as much about ourselves as it does about the people that we're looking at. When I was growing up, it was Old Hickory. It was the Battle of New Orleans. It was 1812. You know, he was a sort of mythic figure.
The drunken inauguration, where they're all, you know, like...
There's that, but he had bullets in his body when he got inaugurated from the duels that he fought. I mean, this is a tough guy. But lately people have focused on his treatment of Native Americans, which was not particularly nice, and other aspects of his presidency. And so his reputation is a bit more tarnished these days because perhaps we're a bit more sensitive to those issues.
Christmas Eve, you're going to be talking about this in your broadcast today. Real quickly for you, thank you for being here. We enjoy your visits.
It's my pleasure.
And it's been a big year for the Supreme Court, a big year coming up as well. We'll be coming to you for your reaction on all that.
Okay.
A complete unplanned moment there, but me telling Stuart on the air, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you, Josh, and your family.
Thank you. Looking forward to your broadcast today at 3, Tuesdays at 8. That's a replay. Great opportunity to learn more about this Tennessean named Andrew Jackson. WETS FM is the originating station. Stuart Harris, thank you.
Thank you, Josh.